Hey, howdy everybody. Welcome to Step Into the Portal. My name is the Brandt. I'm going to be playing some Marvel Champions here today. Marvel Champions. I don't have the box behind me. I actually can't put this one there behind me. But we're going to be playing with the Spectrum hero that comes in the Mad Titan Shadow box. So I'm going to play with that hero, explore. I think protection might be her best aspect. I know best is all relative. This is kind of a casual, kind of fun Sunday stream. I'm actually going to build on the deck on stream. I've had a lot of kind of streams that I felt like were more business and low energy, so I want to have one that's kind of higher energy. So I'm going to take a big old swig of Mountain Dew, pick up the energy. I am here. I played some bass at my church this morning. So just got back from church and getting ready for some football today. The Cowboys don't play till tomorrow. That's my team. How about them Cowboys hitting a 56-yard field goal to seal the win last week? I'm also a Yankees fan, and the Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton, right over the Green Monster, and hit a grand salami to put the Yankees up. So they're now tied. Or sorry, that was yesterday. Tied with the Red Sox. So I don't know if people are into sports. I'm generally into sports, but yeah, that's that. So we're going to build Spectrum here, and it doesn't look like there's too many people with me today because it's a little early on a Sunday, but if and when you do join me, go ahead and say hello in the chat. If you're watching it afterward, you can comment and tell me which aspect are you hoping to play Spectrum with. Obviously, she comes with leadership. That might be one that works really well for her. She's got the Avenger trait. But I'm going to go right off. Oh, I can't do that. I forget this camera doesn't zoom. She's got the aerial trait here. I want to try to play off of that and the Avenger trait. That should be there. I'm going to zoom in when I play the game a little bit here, but now I can show you. So she's got both the aerial trait right off the bat and the Avenger trait. So I want to play off of both of those. And I have built a deck with her previously. Here's my current card holder because this giant holder that I have, my wife and daughter are amazingly creative, and they made me this gorgeous thing to hold all my cards, and it's run out of space. So I've moved, the heroes are in that box, and the villains are in that box, but the aspect cards I now have stored in here, with the plan being either for my upcoming 40th birthday, which is in October, turn 40, or for Christmas, perhaps, they're going to make me a second box, I think in red, to hold all the villains. So that will be nice to have that. This cannot be all protection. Are there this many protection cards now? Oh, protection and neutral. All right, so the card we really want to play off of is Ever Vigilant and Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So those are the two cards we're going to go find right off the bat. We'll need ourselves some triple resources. These are not in a nice order in any way, shape, or form. So bear with me. Usually my cards are a little more organized. They are not organized now. So here's our Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I think she can play Death Focus. Yeah, you can see here's my cards for her that I was playing recently. She can generally handle a mansion. Lockjaw is always good with resources. This is how I zip through and build. I just quick look at every card. I'm considering War Machine because he's an Avenger. I don't think there's a lot of Avengers in protection itself. Don't think I need healing. I am now a fan of Crew Quarters over Downtime, but let the arguments commence. I'd love to be convinced otherwise. Not super against either one. Expert especially. In Standard, I don't play with those as much. I don't find that I need the healing quite as often. All right, probably an Avengers Tower will be happening here. And maybe that if I have enough cards with two. I tend to play with one of each of the cards. All right, maybe a med team to heal, but probably not. In terms of Avengers, Black Widow usually works well. I don't really think I need the Armored Vest with her. Healing is tricky. This, Perseverance, Ever Vigilance, here we go. Brother Voodoo is an Avenger, so we might use him. These are the cards I was playing with her. Starhawk is generally interesting. Probably an Energy Barrier would be good. Could play a Muster Courage because she's an Avenger. So I'm really playing off of those traits when I'm looking for cards. I don't think I'm going to defend too much. Momentum shift does work pretty well. Bait and switch, no. I should be able to remove threat with her pretty easily. Hello! She is a beast. Going live myself. Awesome. So it's a competition. Do you want to watch me or do you want to watch Steve? No worries. Either way. Come back and watch mine. Go watch his. Come back, whichever. We both obviously have stuff. So enjoy both the content here. Steve's from Beat the Game, if you haven't seen his channel. All right, still looking for stuff here. I mean, I like a Hard Knocks. I feel like I can always play one. I'm not going to do the whole blocking thing. So that's the really interesting part with protection now, is I don't feel like I play protection often, certainly in solo, just to block, 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 block. And even blocking for my teammates isn't something that I'm doing all the time. So here's what I have picked out. We will then limit this down. I'm just going to set these aside, see what we've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Steve's is for French, so there you go. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Good luck, Steve. 15, 16. Oh, Steve, I sent you the video we did yesterday. That should be all sent to you. It was a bunch. So Steve and I played with Brian. We played Tower Defense Expert. We're going through the campaign, so you can check that out on Steve's channel. You'll see the three of us playing a 3-player game and cruising through that. And so he should put it up at some point here. I'm not going to count these anymore because I'm just going to limit once I look at what I have. All right. So here's what we got for resources and things. All right. So we definitely want these Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Perseverance is good. Ever Vigilant. That's how we're going to stay alive. So with all these Perseverance, we don't need Muscle Courage or Hard Knocks because those just give us tough. And we already have an easier way to get tough as we change forms. Right off the bat, I can see we don't need War Machine. We don't have a lot of Avengers allies, but we can still use this team building exercise. So I think I'm actually going to drop the tower. Looking through there, and I don't really think I need Med Team. Goal is to use those. And then up here, I like all of these. So let's see where we're at. 3, 6, 9, 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21, 25. So that's 30. So I'd like to drop one card if I can. Double resources. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. So I don't need 2 of these. 5, 6, 7. So I'd probably be okay. This one is going to heal 1 from my hero. Yeah, healing's tricky for her, although we're going to try to play all those toughs. So we'll try this for a 29-card deck. See how it goes. Oh, it's Aaron. Hi, Aaron. Yeah, so what I'm thinking here is I want to trigger... I'm guessing this is too many events. The Ever Vigilants are going to be great because they're going to ready, work our way around. It probably is 1 too many Perseverance or 1 too many Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Basically, I'm going to use that on Blade or Brother Voodoo or the one that's in her pack. So that's going to be the idea. So I'm thinking I could probably cut this down. So if you're a 25-card person, you could definitely go lower. I don't know about this card or the double resource. I have 7. 7's usually kind of that magic number for wanting to have more. I want Black Widow to just hold, and I've got an Honorary Avenger that I could pop on Black Widow so that I could use Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So that's kind of the idea of where we're going. Again, this might be too much for people. This will help me protect against statuses, which I don't think Crossbones has too many. Crew quarters here and whatnot. Get behind me for control. All right, that's going to give me a lot of events, but that is pretty good. She can get attacked instead. So maybe I'll swap something out here. Boy, I like having all those Ever Vigilants, and I want to draw Perseverance. So maybe I'll drop an Earth's Mightiest Hero and take Steve's advice and see what happens if I play Get Behind Me. Man, I can't find it. All right. Did I get rid of them? Try to hold my cards here so you can see what I'm sifting through as well. There's one. All right, so we'll pop one of those in, see how we do with one less Earthsmite's Heroes. The reason I'm playing Earthsmite's Heroes is I can take this hero who only thwarts for 1, exhaust them, and then use Spectrum to be able to thwart for 3, or attacking, etc. I don't have a lot of Avengers in here, so it does make it tricky. And I'm not sure how necessary Lockjaw is, but I always like having him. Also, maybe the Avengers Mansion is too much and I should have a Helicarrier or Quincarrier instead. We'll find out. All right, so I built Crossbones here with... What did I put in there? Crossbones has... I shuffled in one of the new ones. The Legions of Hell, and I put Weapons Master because he basically becomes super difficult if you don't put Weapons Master in. Otherwise. There's that. So away we go. Let's see. I picked Crossbones. I'm trying to play a little more casual, and I haven't played Crossbones in a while, so trying to highlight some of the other villains was the idea. I had said that I wasn't going to do a solo expert run of Mad Titan Shadow, but I've got this Captain Marvel leadership deck that I just adore, and I think I might do that, not a speed run. I don't know. I will speed run Mad Titan Shadow for sure, but I don't know when. It's just there's a lot more health on the villain, so I'm not going to be able to get them down in 3 turns as was normal, which isn't a bad thing because whatever the speed is the speed. But I've got to play a little bit more of that before I jump through that. And I just got back from Gen Con, so I have a lot of games that I'm trying to get played besides Marvel Champions. So I know for Marvel Champions fans, that's boo hiss. But we'll go from there. All right. Shuffle up the experimental weapons. And I want to zoom this in. Do I want to zoom this in a little? I feel like I want to zoom it in a little. See if I can get everything to fit. All right, here's his gun because he starts with that. Flip this over and reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. So it's the one where if he attacks me, I'd have to discard a card. That is no good. So we're going to try to get rid of those and keep him under control. All right, he's got 14 health. Where am I on this screen? Ooh, maybe I did zoom in too much. Let's see. Yeah, I may have to zoom out a little. Oops, that's in. And Spectrum's here. All right, we'll play kind of left to right. 12 health. I don't need that. Let me put his health there. Oh, I can't. That'll be blocked for all of you, so we'll put it here. All right, here we go. Let's see. So what do we end up at? About 44 cards. That's a little high, I would agree. I'm not really against playing something bigger than 40, especially with so many permanents that are going to come out on the table. But we'll see how this goes. All right, here we go, Spectrum. Oh my gosh, I just shoveled her cards in. It's been a little bit. I'm not in a rush of any sort. I just forgot that her cards come out. And the way I've been playing it, especially for the stream, is I just have whichever form I'm going to on top. I admit when I flip to Alter Ego, I'm going to forget to take that one off the top. I don't know why I just shuffled those. They don't need to be shuffled at all. All right, there we go. Let's draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we have no threat to worry about. The deft focus helps us to play other stuff. Do we need this? We need this to get rid of that and a punch. I'd like to get blade down. Okay, so this one we don't need, and I'm not going to play crew quarters right now, and I don't really need power of protection, so we'll get rid of that, draw 3 more, and see what we get. Now we got a mansion, but I just don't think it's the time for the mansion. Tricky part is going to be that punch. So we don't need to get rid of threat. We may just want to be defensible. All right, so let's use photon speed to pay for endurance. I don't like where these things are. I'm just going to put his health up here, and then I'll just track it for you. So I can put hers right here. Actually, I could put this deck up here, huh? There we go. All right, awesome. See you. Thank you. Thanks for joining. All right, so that should put me up to, sorry, I don't start at 12. I thought it was 12. It's 11, so I'm at 14. Then I will flip, and I will go to Gamma. I will deal a damage to him, bring him to 13. And then, gosh, it's a matter of, do I want to remove that weapon or that item? If I play this to play this, I can put this out, and I don't have enough resources. Or I can play this, right, with these two, and then use the punch here and this to get rid of the item, which I think is what I'll do. That goes to his discard pile. So I didn't get Blade out, which I'd like to do, and I will attack for 3 to bring him down to 10. But we want to keep those weapons under control. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got an Ever Vigilant, which will help me get rid of that. I've got to get behind me in case trouble ensues. So it should be pretty good. So he's going to add 1 threat here. He's going to attack me. Draw, it's 1, so I take 1 damage. And then he's going to attack me for 2. Plus 3 is 5, so I'm already down to 8. Ouch. And then he will draw Shadow of the Past. There you go. Steve called it. So I will play Get Behind Me. And I'm going to use Brother Voodoo, because I'm not going to be able to play him. Oh, I do have this resource here, though, huh? Ready to Rumble could be good. I actually don't need the Ever Vigilant right now. So I will use that to play Get Behind Me, and I will cancel the when revealed effect, and the villain attacks me instead. So he's going to attack me with this, and it's going to be for 2, so I am down to 6, and this is gone. And then he's going to attack me again for 2, plus 1 is 3, so I will definitely need to go heal, but that is okay. All right, so now I will, I guess, don't really need Brother Voodoo, so I guess I will use Brother Voodoo. Oh, I can use this to play Ready to Rumble. I'm going to flip down and heal 3 to go to 6. Then I can play that next turn to ready. This is going to pop. Oh, did I want to play this before I go down, or am I trying to put that on one of the other allies? Probably put it on one of them. No, I think I'm just going to get it out of my deck, and I'll play it on myself just so I can get my health back up. And I'll hold Brother Voodoo for next turn. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a little bit of a tough start, but Get Behind Me was clutch, so that is good. We're going to add 1 here. He's going to scheme for 2, plus 1 is 3, so that will pop attack on Mount Athena, which means we flip, add a threat, and reveal another card. So this is going to be his gun, which gives him plus 1, and he gets ranged. All right, and then he gets a card, which is Crossbones Assault. So he will activate against me. I don't really have much to stun him. All right, so what do we want to get done here? Could clear that if we were in defensive mode. So we will exhaust, heal for 3 to go to 10. And then we will, how are we going to do that? We're going to play Team Building Exercise for 2. Can use that to get people out. Pulsar Shield we can use when we defend. So we will ready and go to Photon form. Ready ourselves. That removes that threat there. Then we can play Speed of Light to change to Gamma form, deal a damage, so he's down to 9. Draw a card. It's a Gamma Blast. And we can put Blue Marvel down. Okay. When Spectrum defends, change and ready. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. So we will use this. Yep, we're in this form, right? So we'll use this to clear Crossbones Assault. Then he's going to activate against me. Oh, then I'm not readied. When she defends... Yeah, so I can't do that. Never mind. Thought I had that in a good spot, but I did not. Alright, so we will play Blue Marvel. 1, 2... I want to hold the Pulsar Shield, I think, to block. We'll get rid of Brother Voodoo. 3. Then I can change form. So I will change to Pulsar form. Heal 1 to go to 11. Then I can have Blue Marvel remove this. When he does that, Crossbones will attack. So then I will play Pulsar Shield. I'd like to get rid of that, but I did not. So then I change to this form. Since I'm already in this form, I instead have Retaliate 1. So I will Exhaust, block for 3, get attack for 4, give him a tough status, and then I Retaliate 1 and his tough status is gone. So he attacks me for 3 and I block for 3. So we're good, and the Retaliate gets rid of his tough. All right. There we go. Draw up. There's a Perseverance. All right. So he's going to add 1 here. He's going to attack. I think I'll just defend because I have Earth Mightiest Heroes. So I will defend that. 3, 4. I take 1. Oh, he gains range, so he would still have the damage on him. Wait. Range ignores Retaliate. Yep, so he should still have tough on there. That is my bad. And then he will draw a card, and it is an exhaustion. I'm already exhausted, so it surges into you are stunned. Deal 1 damage to your hero. So I go to 9, and I'm stunned. Okay, so we want to figure out how to change form. So we have this Gamma Blast, but we'd waste all that to change form. But then we'd get this Perseverance, get rid of stun, get rid of his tough. Alright, so I will play Earth's Mightiest Heroes to exhaust Blue Marvel and ready myself. I'll exhaust myself to get rid of my stunned. Then I will pay 1, 2, 3 to Gamma Blast. That's a waste, huh? So I change forms, deal 7, and then deal 1 to him. So he goes to 8. A little bit of a waste there. And when I change forms, I will respond to play Perseverance to get a tough. Alright, we'll add another threat, draw back up. Stay in hero form a lot more than I do with other heroes with Spectrum. There's that. Oh, we got people watching. Hello, hello. Welcome. Playing Spectrum Protection against Expert Crossbones with the Legions of Hell from the new set there. And we'll see how this goes. Alright, did I just add the 1 to him? Yeah. Add 1. He's going to attack me for 3, 4, 5. I am tough, so that'll go away. And then he's going to draw Loss of Control. So I have to flip down and exhaust to get rid of that. And I cannot change energy forms. Alright, so I'm in Gamma form. I will pay 2 to play Energy Duplication. Then I'm going to use Team Building Exercise, which shares the Aerial trait, and Energy Duplication for 1 here. Oh, wait, hold on. I will attack for 3. I will pay 2 for Ever Vigilant Ready. And remove 2 threat. Then I will can I do anything with this? Lightning and punch. Yep, so these 2 will get rid of his rifle. I will flip down, spend the 2 resources, good. And I will exhaust to get rid of loss of control, which is now out of the game. And Blue Marvel is just going to sit there for me for now. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we've got Lockjaw out. We've got Black Widow, so we can heal. We got lots of blockers. That should help us to stay alive and use them to do various things. All right. 1 here. He's going to scheme for 2 plus 2. Brings us to 5. So we just hope for no advance. Nope, it's a Hydra Bomber. So the Hydra Bomber is either we place a threat or take 2 damage. We will take 2 damage to go to 7. And this should be gone. Perfect. All right. So now we can exhaust to heal, but we should be in pretty good shape. We're probably not going to play this Lockjaw. Ever Vigilant is a pretty much definite. And Clea could just be our blocker. So, let's see. All right. We will flip up and go to Photon Mode. Remove 1 here to go to 4. And then we will use... Man, I could use both of these, huh? These 2... Oh, I have to attack first. I'll deal 3 damage. Nope. Remove 3 threat. My bad. I will then use Lockjaw and Team Building Exercise to play Ever Vigilant. Ready. And get rid of 2 threat off the main scheme. Ooh, I can't change form, though, huh? 2 to play Clea, and 1, 2, 3 to play Black Widow. When I play Black Widow, I heal 1. And then because of my form, I actually can't change, so I will deal 1 damage, Clea will deal 1 damage, and the Hydra Bomber is out. And we'll just leave those 2. Really want to keep Black Widow around to just cancel cards. And we'll block with Clea. So we got a pretty good build going on here. Wouldn't have minded having that on Black Widow so I could use her, but I've got Blue Marvel to play my Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So I'm in pretty good shape. And there's another Perseverance, so I'll be tough. So I should, again, be pretty well off. And then it's just going to be these Gamma Blasts to deal damage. She's got it built right in. Works perfect. I did not use Team Building to play for Gamma Blast. I used Team Building to pay for Ever Vigilant. Because Spectrum has the aerial trait, and Ever Vigilant has the aerial trait. So if I did it earlier on Gamma Blast, you can let me know. It would have just been a mistake, but I don't think I did that. Why do I have so many cards in my hand? I used these to pay for them. All right. And I've got these 5 cards. All right. Add 1 threat. He's going to attack me. Clea's going to block. 2 plus 0. There's one of our advances. So Clea will get shuffled back in this teeny tiny deck. There we go. And then we will draw our card, which is a Draugr. Either take a damage or place a threat on the main scheme. So we'll put a threat here, and that's got guard. So we need to get through him. So we will probably just time to blast through there, huh? If we put one on him and then blast through. Seems good. All right, so we'll play Speed of Light. Oh, wait, can I remove? I'm going to remove 3 threat first. Then I'm going to play Speed of Light to change forms to Gamma. Change to Gamma form, deal a damage here. Draw a card, which is a Perseverance. And I'll use Perseverance to pay for Perseverance, so I'm tough. And then I will pay double resources and an energy duplication to play for Gamma Blast, which deals 7 damage, but has overkill if I'm already in Gamma form. Sorry, it changes me to Gamma form and deals 7. I should talk through those a little slower, I know. People haven't seen all those. So that deals 2 here and 5 to him. So the Draugr is out. and that will flip Crossbones. So he's going to get another weapon and go to 16 health. And his weapon will be Retaliate, so that's kind of a pain. And then I can't play Pulsar Shield, so I will just sit here and see what we can deal for damage. We're going to get an extra card. All right, so we shuffle up, draw another card. If we can survive this turn, we should be in good shape. Thanks for joining, everybody. Feel free to say hello. I know some people are hanging with kids or other places, so you're just popping in and you're not able to say hello. No worries. But if you're watching afterward, what do you think for Spectrum? I really like Protection. This is working out really well. I don't know that Crossbones is like the hardest of hard villains, but I just wanted to play something different, you know, than try and just be like, oh, let me show you this with the hardest villain. I don't think that's always like the goal of playing this game. Like, let me do the hardest thing every time I play. Oh, these can back up just a little. Give me a little more space here. He's got that. I've got allies. Yeah, I like to have a tighter shot. Look, I have all this empty space over here. So maybe I should just bring them down. Leave this here. Be a little more obvious with where things are. Play a little more of that space. Sorry for fitting it all in there close. All right, we're adding one threat. He's attacking for 3. And he has piercing. Ooh, I wonder if I didn't... No, I don't think he had that before. So now he has piercing because of that weapon, huh? So I didn't recognize that before. So that's a pain. So we don't want to do the tough thing. So we're either sacrificing Widow or Blue Marvel at this point. Or we just take it? I guess taking it's dumb. So Blue Marvel will block 3, 4, 5. He's out. And then we got 2 cards to deal with. Ah, there's a tough one. Full auto. Discard X cards. Take 1 indirect damage for each boost. Okay, this way. So he's got 3 attack. 1, 2, 3. We drew 3 damage. That was the card I was worried about. So we put 3 damage on Spectrum. She's tough. It's gone. Not another full auto. Hydra Bomber. So we add a threat to the main scheme. Oh, I also could have canceled that full auto with Black Widow. So I had options there. All right, so now we can't use our Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So getting that 16 damage would be a little bit trickier. So, do we want to kill the bomber? We want to get rid of this. It's probably going to be the most important thing we could do. There's my lightning, so I'm not going to need that. And I'm probably going to want to pay my perseverance. Am I going to flip this turn and risk it? Probably, knowing me. So let's kill the Hydra Bomber. Let's play Speed of Light. Change to Photon form. Remove a threat. And then we will use Energy Duplication and Pulsar Shield to get rid of the weapon. Oh, sorry. When we change forms, I wanted to play Perseverance. So I'm going to use my Energy Duplication to play Perseverance, gain a tough. And then I've got Clea, who I can't play, huh? Left myself a resource short. All right. I might just pitch her. So if I flip down, that's going to go to 2 to 2. That's probably going to flip. He'll get another weapon, and I'll be dealing with that last one. So I guess since I have tough and he doesn't have a weapon, I just stay this way and try to deal the damage next turn. I don't have somebody out right now, so I'm going to get rid of that one. I will hold Clea so I have a blocker if I need it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's Brother Voodoo. All right, so I could get him out. Then I could use Earth's Mightiest Heroes, change form, deal 6 damage, 7 with the flip to form, and then be in pretty good shape. All right, see what event I draw. If I can draw a Gamma Blast, I might be able to get all the way through. All right, so we're adding 1 here. Too late to fix it, but I just checked. You used Team Building Exercise for Gamma Blast. On the turn, you used Perseverance. Not Ever Vigilant. I'm sorry. I didn't do it on purpose. I know that I can't use team building exercise for Gamma Blast. So, apologies. Mistakes happen. But the intent of team building exercise is to be able to play Ever Vigilant. So yes, you are correct. I cannot do that. All right. So I add a threat there. He's going to attack me for 3 plus 1 is 4. So my tough goes away. And then we draw a card, and it is a knife. All right. So we will use... he's an Avenger. So I can use team building exercise and strength to play Brother Voodoo, who lets me look at the top 5 for an event. So there is a Gamma Blast. I will take that Gamma Blast into my hand, shuffle my deck. Then I will play Speed of Light to change to Gamma form. Deal a damage. He's at 15. Attack him for 3. He's at 12. Play Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Exhaust him to ready her. Deal 3 more damage. 9. Did I draw a card after I changed form? No. Draw. I've got Ever Vigilant. Oh man, if I could play both of these. 1, 2. I cannot. So I will play Gamma Blast using Clea and my energy duplication. So Gamma Blast will deal 7. Bring him to 2. So close. And I can't play Ever Vigilant. I don't have the resources. So Black Widow will get rid of the 2 threat. And then I think they'll just take one for the team. I could flip down, but that scheme will probably pop if I do. So we'll just stay here and draw back. All right, so we got 2 Ever Vigilant, so he's done. He attacks for 1, or he's got 1. He's going to attack me. I'll block with Brother Voodoo. He attacks for 5. Brother Voodoo is out. And then we draw a card, and it is Master Plan, so we get a side scheme. That's fine. We will flip till we get no side scheme, so we get an acceleration. And we exhaust and deal 3 damage. Done. So there you go. There she is in protection. Not too shabby. So you can see what I had here. It looks like Lockjaw wasn't too necessary. I've got a lot of toughs and other things and lots of ways to remove. I worried about being able to change forms. That tends to be the trickiest spot with her, is you can't change to the form you want. This one did pretty well. Earth's Mightiest Heroes was great because you can keep these minions alive. I obviously ended up blocking with him, but had I needed more turns, I could have just taken the hit. And you're waiting for those turns, you draw Pulsar Shield or Perseverance, and you don't have to worry about those blocks, so that works out really well. So I apologize if I played that one card wrong. The team building exercise are for the Ever Vigilance. Again, these only remove from the main scheme, so there's times where this isn't going to be as powerful as you hope. Remove 2 threat from the main scheme. If there's a critical, if there's a lot of side schemes that you're trying to clear out, this can only remove 2 threat. The readying's pretty good with her because you can ready in any form. So obviously if you ready in one of these 2 forms, it allows you to then be able to thwart or attack for more, or even, be able to, after you defend, be able to do an attack or whatever you want to do when you change form. So that's great. And the fact that she starts with Aerial, I think is so good. I might try some of those other Aerial cards, but this one definitely seemed like the best one for solo play. The Get Behind Me was clutch in the beginning to get rid of Shadow of the Past. Her Shadow's kind of a pain. He just deals all this damage, and that's the tricky part with her and the allies. The Avenger build is minor in here. I didn't even put the tower in. I only had 1, the one in her deck, 2, and maybe 1 other Avenger. Blade. I tossed Blade early on, so you can see I wasn't even trying to build that. I even tossed Death Focus, which I really wanted, but I wanted to get rid of his weapon. So again, it was playing to react to him. But Death Focus I would have much rather had than this, because I could play all my superpowers cheaper. I mean, I guess this is better because it plays anything cheaper. But that would have been really good to have to get other things out too. The mansion could be too expensive for her. She doesn't have a lot of card draw. She doesn't have a lot of resources on the table. And with the Avenger thing, you could do that and draw a card, which is better. But you could definitely get away with Helicarrier and be fine. And crew quarters, again, I pitched it early on, but when we flipped down, which with this and the tough, you probably could live without that. So if you really wanted to switch up the deck, you could probably toss Lockjaw, you could toss crew quarters. I don't think you need another Earth's Mightiest Heroes. It just feels like it's good when you draw it, but I don't know that you need a third one. You could toss Avengers Mansion, although I'd probably replace it with Helicarrier. And then it's just going to change. Energy Barrier is going to be a must, probably 2 of, if you're playing Ultron. But, in other ones, it's just a nice card to have on the table to help you prevent anything. With your Perseverances and everything, you probably could live without it if you wanted to. Night Nurse, I didn't need for this one because he doesn't stun or confuse. I don't know about this card. Would I rather have a double resource, or would I rather have that one? It's tough. It's tough to know when I want to fit these in my deck. The one that removes 1 threat, Injustice, feels real good because it just seems like that's just more threat removal, which could be the most pressing thing. The damage to the villain is tricky. But yeah, there's the deck and whatnot. So let me know what you think. Let me know if Spectrum is looking interesting. If you have Spectrum in hand, I know a lot of people in North America do not yet. So, but this just gives you an idea to be able to play, and just 2 cards that I really wanted to highlight. The Ever Vigilant and the Earth's Mightiest Heroes that I think are super good for her. And Team Building Exercise actually is really good on her, as well as Def Focus. So you can focus on those for because of the number of cards that she can trigger with that. I guess Team Building Exercise isn't as good if you don't play Aerial or Avengers cards, right? So Avengers is generally a build. Definitely there's an Avengers build for... hold on. I'm trying to think and do this. There's an Avengers build for Aggression, so that would be strong in there. There is an Avengers build for Leadership, obviously. This one was weak, but since I was triggering those Earth's Mightiest Heroes, it still felt good to have. And then, of course, with the Aerial cards in there, it made that even better. So it's tough. It's tough to know when you play those cards and when you hold on to them. Like, you're trying to play to that scenario, so Crossbones can kind of be tricky early and then evens out later. So you're trying to just make sure you keep yourself on par early on. I've really been liking the split. I don't think it mattered at all this game, but I've been really liking the split of playing 1 power of the Aspect and 1 power in All of Us. That just feels about right to me. Especially, this build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 has 7 cards for 2 or more in protection, which is pretty rare. Usually protection you don't have that many, but they help you. But of course, the other thing to consider is if you have this, then you don't need these to play Ever Vigilant. So you probably could, that's why I get away with just 1 here, to be able to play Energy Barrier, Black Widow, Brother Voodoo, and then just the wild resources. I think that's the other part I really like. This is just, if I can't use it, it's a wild resource. So playing against him where I have to get rid of certain cards, right? And you don't have to. You could definitely beat Crossbones down pretty fast. He's 30 health, which is pretty typical of a standard villain in standard mode. So 30 is pretty low. Like, you could just deal that damage in 4 turns if you survive and block a lot. So there's definitely other ways. He's not one of the hardest, but I played kind of slower and got rid of all of those. So awesome. That is that. I hope you enjoyed the deck. I hope you enjoy Spectrum whenever you get her. And Marvel Champions, of course. Thanks so much for joining me. If anybody has any questions, I can answer them. Otherwise, you can put them in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them as I go. Typing is always tougher for me. I feel like I'm a great talker. I'm a friendly person. When I type, it's probably my mathematical, analytical side. I get right to the point, and sometimes it sounds like I'm being harsh to people, and I promise I'm not. I'm just not good at typing. It's not a good communication form for me. It's a silly thing. It's not like it's going to be a big deal. It's not like we're going to start some argument. But I'm just letting you know if sometimes you're like, oh, that sounded kind of mean the way you type it. I read it back, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't mean it as harsh as it sounded. So if that ever comes across that way, you can let me know. I might play another Spectrum deck. I want to try her in Aggression. I think that'd be interesting. I'm really thinking that now I can get through Mad Titan Shadows solo pretty quick, like time-wise. Like I could probably do it in about 4 hours. So I might do that with Captain Marvel and do the first 3 and then do the last 2, or vice versa. Thanos is kind of long. Probably end up being over 3 streams. So I might do that expert solo because I really want to play that deck. I know I have Captain Marvel already in those speed runs, but I think that would be a fun one to do. So you can look for that. And lots of other fun plays that we'll be getting in. Kathy's going to be joining me for other games that we want to get streamed and whatnot. But with that, I think I'm going to say a goodbye to everybody. Thanks so much for watching. My name is the Brandt, and until next time... Oop, I didn't switch back to here. Hi, everybody. I was talking to the camera, but I wasn't up on this one. I know you can see me in the corner there. Thanks so much for joining me. My name's the Brandt. Until next time, I hope you step